No, not my ears. Grab a hold.
Trail's 9 o'clock low.
Yeah.
Zigzagging up.
Okay, I'm gonna
Left
updo,
60.2.
redo
Left. Right
this
down there. Yep. I got a blue. She's
voiceover.
on laying down on the angle. You got it?
Yep, I see her.
Okay.
This was a 2025 hiker, early season,
Pink can walk up that ridge line.
in the
Yeah,
Mission
I'll try to
Creek
walk you up.
area.
Looks
Anyone
pretty
want to see what's up down there?
fairly steep. We'll do the game plan. I'm going to drop you in below her. Let's do a high 200-foot hoist. 200-foot, Roger.
At that time, we had a whole bunch of Monday morning quarterbackers.
That's impressive. She sent out that message. LZ. Mike. We can go down
You can
to
see the trail right there,
the
pretty
Whitewater
clearly.
Ranger Station. That little visitor parking area. Rescue deck.
And you can actually see
Okay, I'm
the
cross
trail at the window.
Okay, I'm going
You
to open the
can-
door. If you're good
You can
for
see
it.
the window, the
Stand by.
trail
Yeah,
that she
you're
was
clear.
on, the
Okay,
false
door's
trail that she was on.
I got my target location. We can do a quick power check once we get into our approach.
So this is Whitewater.
My hoisting plan, I'm going to drop Beeman down below. We're going to do a high hoist, and I'm going to gently rappel him up to her.
Roger. I'll be 200 feet.
I'll take hoist power.
Approximately nobo miles,
Horsepower's coming up. Earning base still coming down.
Okay.
Take your
223.
skirmish an hour later.
I'll take it later.
Okay. Okay, turn and final.
Okay. I'm going to bring Beeman out.
Roger.
So
Is it in the kind of that red
I'll
area?
call it out.
Yep.
Or to the left of it?
where you can
Left.
see the
left.
false trail
Okay,
that she was
That
on.
gray kind of face, you can kind of see her. That V with all the striations coming down, she's just left. Okay, right. Okay, inside. Okay, coming into a power check here.
Okay.
Wind is light off the nose.
Okay.
And I'm going to be just barely touching yellow. Power's good.
Okay,
Clear.
good. You're clear for your approach.
Okay, Roger, coming forward.
We're going to go into this one quick just due to her spot.
Roger.
Helicopter's not going to have any disc issues, front or tail. We're going to be wide open. Our issues are going to be beaming and making this fine, small movements, bringing him up to her. Hopefully it's not as steep as we think it is. And
So see where that nose of the helicopter is? She's right there where that white dot is going. It's my thumb pointing out where.
we can do this
that's
fairly
really
well.
done.
Roger.
Beeman, are you on comm still? You good? Okay.
And my references will be good off to the right. I'll be hand flying.
Okay. Sounds good.
Still
Once
at
we
the
get
very
on top,
nose of the helicopter.
I'd prefer GTCH if you can.
Okay, Roger.
Still looking good. I got my cable cuts.
Roger, I got mine.
That trail goes to the left. Just
Go
grab
by.
it. Go to the left.
Co-pilot. Okay, still off the nose. I think I have her.
Yep, it's a good approach.
Roger that. I'm going to climb up a bit as the terrain rises.
Okay. Still looking good.
Pretty steep.
Yeah, it's looking fairly steep.
So you can see kind of down in the 7 o'clock position, the trail kind of meandering up towards that ridge.
Okay, you're con.
All right, forward 40.
Roger.
It's a good line here. Keep coming forward 30. I'm going to stop you quite a ways before,
Roger.
so I can drop.
So the trail at the very bottom there where the time is 3:53, 1950, that's the trail, and part of it, the part that you're supposed to go to, goes left and uphill and changes the gradient pretty fast right there. And I don't know if it's coincidental or not, but the false trail is that way, and it'll be apparent just very quick. But just remember this part of the photo of the video.
Him down. I'm going to start sending Beeman down.
Roger, you're clear to hoist.
All right, Beeman's on his way down. Keep coming forward and left 30.
Roger. So she's got a good purchase with her feet. She's holding on that rock
Yeah,
above.
looks pretty good.
Her back was her back. Her butt's holding it too.
Forward 20. It's a good line here, Mike.
Roger.
Keep coming forward another 10. I'm going to hold Beeman here for a second.
He's spinning around from roto
9,
wash.
8, 7.
I'm gonna climb a little bit.
So literally right there from the shadow of the helicopter, it says 1950. You can see a pretty direct diagonal line that goes up towards and follows the ridge line going upwards. That is the false trail that they were following, the hiker was following. And I can see her, and you'll see her also on the trail there. But what happened was she rounded a corner, the hiker rounded the corner and realized that she's on a false trail. And so she's at that moment where it's like, oh no, what happens now? Because her backpack won't let her turn around, so she can't go backwards, and she can no longer go forwards. So I've personally cliffed out myself 4 times, and each one of those 4 times I remember every second and every moment that I was thinking about when I've done it. So hopefully I won't have to cliff myself out a 5th time, but I can definitely feel her anxiety at that moment. And then she had the wherewithal to call SOS 911.
6. Doors opening. 5, 4, forward and left 3. Forward and left 3.
And you can go back to
Forward
this
and left 2.
once you know where she is.
Forward only now 2. Roger.
So she's literally just underneath the cursor there, the play button, just underneath the point of the play button. And you can see the false trail that she took when it circles around one more time.
And what's our altitude? We're showing 180 off the tail. Okay. I'm going to climb. Stop there. Stop there. Stop there. Roger. Restabilize. Okay. We're going to walk him in. Roger. Doesn't look like there's any wind. I'm not seeing any trees, so it's going to be pretty good rotor wash once we get overhead.
So now you can see her pretty clearly with her backpack on, and you can also see that false trail that she took.
195, 200 now. Okay. Give me left 1. Left 1. Still good. Lower third above blue. Roger. Thanks. Okay. Settling pretty good here. Give me forward 1. Forward 1.
So he's trying to counterbalance his spin by
forward 2. Forward 2.
Throwing his arm out there.
Okay, 1 at a time here. Yeah. 1 more. Her jacket's not blowing too bad. And left 1. Left 1.
And I think right now he realizes he's better off landing lower.
Left 1. Left 1 more.
And walking up to her.
And forward 1. Forward 1. It's a good
Just
altitude. Right. Forward 1. Right. Coming forward 1. 1 more. Forward. Stand by. Roger. I'm going to put you down right here, Beeman. I'll let you swing back. And once you get on the light colored dirt, I'm going to put you down. There we go. And then I'm going to start rappelling you up. Forward 2. Forward 2. He's on the ground. We're going to start easily working him up. Okay, there's 1. Okay, there's 2. Give me left 1. Left 1.
So he's still attached to the helicopter, and that rope, we're on the ridge line. So that the cable, because of his body weight, the cable's hanging straight down when there's no slack on the cable. However, as soon as he touches down, there's slack on the cable. So now the cable is going to be subject to any wind or gust, where it was at one time not a player. So that's one of the harder things that will come to play in just a little bit when they're both on line, because that cable is trying to pull them off the mountain.
Left 1 and forward 2. There's the left. And here's your forward. There's 2. Okay, left 1 more. Left 1 more.
Over here you can see her leg shaking, and I couldn't tell at the time that I did the first voiceover whether she was tired or whether the helicopter was making her leg shake even harder. But it turns out that, yeah, she had been hanging out there for about 45 minutes, which is what I estimated she was going to be out there for about 45 minutes to an hour before the helicopter could come and get her. So that's her leg shaking here in just a second.
I'll move, just stay there.
Forward
Don't
2.
move, just stay there.
Forward 2.
You're right at the
All right.
blue.
You can descend a little bit, Mike. Looks like every forward you're coming up a little bit.
So imagine
So
hanging
descend,
out there
descend a little bit.
for
He's
45
right at her,
minutes
so keep coming down.
Okay.
in
Keep
those
coming down about
conditions.
30 feet.
Right. Getting a little dust on her now.
And I know Monday
gonna
Morning
start
Quarterbackin
Slack, Corey.
Okay, taking it up.
all sorts of different
Just a little bit.
answers.
All right, and then give me forward 1, Mike.
Forward
You can
one.
see her
How's
leg
the
shaking
adhesive?
there.
That's good. That's good. Stay right there for me. We'll watch how this comes up. Forward 1 more.
One more.
Taking it in, beaming.
Yep, just a little bit. You're showing two. That's all I need.
Forward 1 more.
Forward one.
Roger. And forward 1 more.
One more.
We're starting to create that angle, beaming.
Yeah,
Forward one more.
Slack, or a little tension.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
And then one more
You're getting
forward,
a good
Mike.
wind down here.
So they're calling different commands to each other, and what he's saying is, bring me forward one more. Remember that cable is slack, so that cable is getting whipped around from the wind. Plus, they're on a ridge line, and as you know, that you're going to be have more wind problems up at the ridge line. So that's what that's one of the difficulties that they're having right now. It didn't seem like there was a lot of wind when they first landed. Remember, they were talking about her windbreaker not showing that it was windy, and so they didn't see a lot of wind until there was slack in the cable.
More. Okay.
All right, I'm tensioning.
Okay, right there. Right there. Hold. Hold
Okay.
there.
Holding.
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 So she's got her phone in her hand because that's what she was using to call dispatch and call for SOS. And that's when she's still using it. And there was really no reason not to have it in her hand until rescue arrived. Something that you can deal with.
Once he picks her up, Mike, we're gonna walk him left.
Roger. Okay. Go ahead and lift. Just a slight.
So I just want you to pay attention to the communications between the helicopter and the rescuers, because right now they're kind of, if you can hear on their voices, they're kind of frustrated with the wind affecting their plan.
Almost got our legs around me.
Okay.
Just a little
Lightly
lift.
lifting, tensioning,
Little
tensioning,
lift.
tensioning.
Yep.
Okay. Move left.
Okay, so here she got a lot of Monday morning quarterbacking because she was screaming, and I believe right about here he'll also say something about his ears, but they didn't really communicate to her that what the plan was. And what you guys don't see is he probably was trying to put her into a harness, and because of where she was on the cliff, that harness, and being off balance with her backpack on, she was probably there was just no way to put that harness on. And so while they were dealing with the wind and the cable, he was also going, okay, plan A is not working. So he's now moving to holding her and bringing her and just basically holding on to her and having her hold on to him. But what she doesn't know is, I don't know what the plan is. All she feels is she's getting pulled off the mountain and she has to hold on for dear life. But at the exact same time, she's running out of energy. I mean, she's been up there holding on to a cliff for 45 minutes. So she's out of energy and is not able to hold on. And then I found out later that she had no idea that she was not going to the helicopter. So she didn't know that they were just going to a ledge. So she thought she was going up to the helicopter, and there was just no way she was going to be able to hold on to him on on the way up to the helicopter in that position. So she was literally getting ready to panic, if not already in panic mode, because she could just see her life flashing before her eyes. He, on the other hand, was nice and relaxed and calm and probably knew he had enough energy to carry her up, even without her help, to the helicopter or to wherever they were going. However, she probably doesn't feel the amount of strength that he has on her, holding on to her. So it's just really hard, especially if you've been holding on to a cliff wall for 45 minutes, to understand what's going on in those few seconds that you're getting pulled off the ledge that was your only safety for the last 45 minutes.
Move left. Oh, they're swinging. They're swinging.
Hold, no. Knock away a little bit. No, hold on to me. Yeah.
Okay, so now the rescuer is saying, trying to communicate to the helicopter that, hey, we're getting pushed into the wall, so we need to go the other way, because I believe there's not enough tension in the cable yet, so the cable's still getting pushed into the cliffside. She is not happy that she is no longer balanced and is thinking that she is going to fall at any time now. And the guy is both anxious because he's trying to tell the helicopter pilot, or the other rescuers, the helicopter, what they should do, or what he wants to do relative to the rescue. But he also has to deal with her panicking, so he's more panicked at that time. Not that he's panicked, he's just more, it's just an anxiety-filled situation, and he's trying to calm her down while she's getting more upset. And basically, he's trying to multitask in a heavy situation.
No, not my ears. Grab a hold around my back.
So she got a lot of criticism for grabbing his ears. He's wearing a helmet, so I don't know if I'll ask Jesse when I interview him and the other helicopter crew what they mean by ears, but it's either his radio, the cable, the wires to his radio, or something on his helmet, or slang for something else. But she's not holding on to his ears. He's wearing a helmet.
Just Corey, get away from this wall.
Okay. You want to go left or right?
I don't care. Just get away from the wall. You're dragging us right into the wall.
Okay, go back one.
Okay, so I am going to reverse those couple of seconds, because I want you to hear that the crew and the rescuers are not in a a bluebird situation.
All right, I'm tensioning.
Okay, right there. Hold there.
Holding. Once he picks her up, Mike, we're gonna walk him left.
Okay. Roger. Okay. Go ahead and lift. Just a slight bit. I'm gonna get our legs around me.
Okay. Slightly lifting, tensioning.
Yep.
Okay. Move left.
Easy lift.
Oh, they're swinging.
Okay. Hold, no. Knock away a little bit. No, hold on to me. Yes. No, not my ears. Grab a hold around my back.
I'm holding.
You gotta lift this cord and get away from this wall.
Okay. You want to go left or right?
I don't care. Just get away from the wall. You're dragging us right into the wall.
Okay, go back one.
Lower third above the blue.
Okay. Back one.
Yeah, mate. It's fine.
So super tense situation. They're getting dragged into the wall. You can see her leg getting pushed into the wall there.
Let me know when you're ready.
Up just a little bit.
Okay. Up just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Tensioning.
Your legs around me. All the way up.
So right here, they're
Square for the wall.
bear
Okay,
hugging
back
each
one.
other.
Back one. Back one. Back one more.
There, hold there, hold there.
Okay, holding here. Holding. Holding here.
Okay, hold there, don't move. All right, let me get turned.
Okay.
Okay.
Right below the balloon.
To
Descending.
my right.
Descending. Catch it. Stay there. Don't come back up, Mike. Stay there for me. Okay, tensioning.
Okay.
Tensioning. I'm going to pick you up just a little bit.
Yep.
We're going to move you to the right.
Yep.
All right, give me right one. Right one. And back one. Back one. Trying to get you away from that wall. It's sucking you in there.
Yep.
Okay, there you go. Right one. Right one. And give me back one. Back one.
Forward, forward, forward,
Forward
forward,
one.
up and forward.
Forward
Up
one.
and forward.
Okay. Forward up.
Not that much. Let me down.
Okay. Forward two. Forward two. Forward two.
Forward.
Forward two.
Black, black, black.
I got
So
you right
it's
here on the
only
rock.
here
There's
where
two.
she realizes that they're just going to a much more stable and larger ledge to regroup.
All right, they're on the cliff up here. They're secure.
Up until then, she thought she was just gonna try to hang on until they got into the
I'm not
helicopter.
trying. All right, Roger.
All right. Don't push it. All right, you're clear.
All right, bringing up a hook. Roger.
Come, buddy.
All right, so now they're gonna
Hook's coming
regroup
up.
and get everything
Okay, we're safe. Roll over to
in
the side.
safer thing.
Opposite me.
And
We want to bring this
You're right.
up. Hurley, get a screamer suit for me.
You're right.
I'm ready for you.
right here, Monday morning quarterbackers were yelling at her for like, get up, do something. Your body just can't. And I've been in this situation, and I've been in situations where I've rescued someone who has been just finished through a tense situation, and your mind shuts down. Your mind just basically says, I'm okay, everything is fine, and there is absolutely no reason for me to move at this point. And so you just hit this overall relaxed feeling where you're just filled with oxytocin and serotonin, and you're like, I'm fine. I don't need to move, and your ears stop hearing commands from other people because that's no longer important. So it doesn't really matter. You have to actually fight this feeling of I'm okay, leave me alone.
All right.
There you go.
You're descending, Mike. Roger. I'm coming down a little bit.
And
If they can tolerate it. Okay.
And that's coming from someone
see
who's
any
had
wind yet.
Go.
years of experience.
Yeah, stand up.
Good job, Beeman.
Come on. You're okay.
Nice job, buddy.
So she's still, I'm fine. Her mind is shut down.
Yeah, there's supplies down there, Beeman.
Yep.
She's like,
Hey, you're safe. You're all set.
I'm okay,
Get
leave
up.
me alone.
Which way you want to go?
Not leave me alone in a bad way,
There
but
you go.
leave me alone like
There
I'm
you
fine.
go.
All right.
There you go. Get your glasses.
Put that on for me.
And right here, she's just
Go.
forcing her body to
Back
like,
up.
all right, I'll follow your.
Swinging the
Whatever.
screamer suit out, buddy.
Okay.
But what's going through her
You
head
got a
is
two up,
literally
right?
one thought
Yeah.
at a
All
time.
right.
Like move shoulder, move leg.
All right, you come
I
over.
can see her legs scraped up right there. That was from after the rescue. That was from the wall. So right about here, she's starting to come to real life, and you know, now I can start thinking of two thoughts or three thoughts at the same time. Right
All
here,
right. Screamer suit's right on top of you, buddy.
right here is I tell people right here is about the equivalent of you waking up out of bed. And have you ever, like, I don't know if you've ever partied too much and you wake up and you're like, where am I? And then it takes you a couple of seconds to figure out where you are. Or even if you were at home, it takes you a couple of seconds to figure out why you're lying sideways in bed or upside down in bed or something. So not that I've ever partied that way, but I've heard it happen to other people. But that's basically where she is now. Like I'm fine. I'm not hurt, and I just need to like figure out what the next couple of seconds in my life is going to be. So that's the harness right there, the screamer suit.
Screamer suit's
That's
in his
the-
hand.
That's the harness that they typically take someone up
All right,
in.
you're clear?
Alright, bringing up the hook.
It would have never worked for them.
Alright, go ahead and climb for me, Mike. Let's give him some space here.
You're welcome. So that's okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay.
That's good, Mike. Go ahead. Yeah.
All right,
I forgot to put it on me. No
she's
worries.
at that
It's all right.
stage where she knows where the nightstand of her bed is. She can turn on the lights of the dark. Starting to think like, all right, time to brush my teeth, figure things
So
out.
lift you up, we're gonna go get you checked out, then you'll be able to figure out what you want to do from there, okay? That's okay. Hey, you did good. You got this far. Better than me. Woo!
I would totally be proud of her at this point, and I am proud of her at this
55
point.
right now.
She did
Are there going to
everything
be a
right.
minute, Mike, if you want to do an orbit? Or you can stay?
And I'm so glad she's willing to
Probably
talk to
stay
us
here.
about this
Okay.
rescue. So I'm stoked.
Got plenty of fuel.
Stoked. I reached out to my
Look at me right here.
friend who's on a helicopter
Just have a
crew
seat if you want, that's fine.
in this area, and he is not only going to be on the Zoom meet,
Slide down here.
but he too
I don't want you
is
on that edge. Just get right here.
going to invite his crew chief,
There you go, perfect.
who actually does
Put this on.
talks and lectures across the nation. So having him on a Zoom meet is going to be super cool. So you guys stay tuned for that. That's coming up soon.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna dump this water here so we can have a little bit lighter.
She got so much Monday morning quarterbacking for this. It was ridiculous. And if you look back, this video has now 1.1 million views. It was on all sorts of news. It hit all the Facebook
Looks like they're almost
pages.
ready. Okay.
And that's why I did that original
Okay.
voiceover.
Stand up right here.
About 150 should be good? Yep. I'm going to start sending the hook. Roger.
So you can see that screamer
Right there.
suit's a lot more complicated to put on.
Plates here.
For you
Stay right there
guys,
for me. You're blowing the
the
background.
helicopter crew might not be able to bring your backpack up. So be prepared, and that's why I wrote that little Garmin thing, is be prepared. It might not be a bad idea to put a
Okay.
air tag in your backpack.
No worries.
And I have a little blurb about that, about using your friend and their air tag for you.
Hook in hand. Give me left one. Hook in hand.
There.
Ascending.
Grab your handle.
Got it. Tensioning. 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 Line is taut. And we are slowly lifting. Roger. And power's good. Bring it. Lower third above the balloon. Alright. Go ahead and climb for me. Roger, climbing. Take it up here.
Yep, I'm right behind you with it.
Alright, thanks, buddy.
Whenever you're ready.
Nice, easy left turn. Roger. You're almost here at the skid, about 20 feet. Roger that.
There's no obstacles by side by
Alright, coming up past the skids.
Roger. Door's closed.
They grab her early, and once we swing it in,
So
help
they
me
grabbed their
bring her inside.
backpack, so they can
Thanks,
bring your
buddy.
backpack up.
Alright, they're walking inside. Copy. Parking lot up there. Got a short final ice out. It's going to be a little tight. Okay, straight ahead. I got the... Okay, the grass area? Yep. Okay, got it. Middle, and we'll be good. I'm going to keep going forward. Okay, looking good. Cleared all large obstacles under the tail.
Main is clear on my side, tail is clear on my side. Clear to come down.
You want to put the disc beyond this tree on the right, the forward one.
Okay. Hold your right drift.
Roger. You are clear down anywhere right here on the left. Okay, coming down. Fully fine, no factor. LG's clear on my side, main is still clear, hold your right drift still. Roger. Main and Taylor looking good. Coming down.
Was fire in the parking lot.
So obviously they fast forwarded. They're now landing near a parking lot where
Skid is touching now.
I think it's sheriff's office will drive her to
I'm not sure.
the nearest town.
We got any deputies on the radio, maybe?
I just asked for an ETA. Okay, we're flat pitch. Okay. Nice landing, Mike. Thank you, thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and get a first set of vitals real quick.
2 out for the deputy. Okay.
All right.
You want me to go walk to the parking lot and guide him in?
If you want.
So super awesome. Hopefully I'll get to interview Hook and Hand eventually one of these days. Let me talk to Jesse and Jesse's crew chief and get more involved. But
Fire out there as well?
Unknown ETA on fire. I think he's just going to drive her down to the parking lot. Okay.
so good job,
All right, I'm
everyone.
sorry.
Super proud of the hiker,
Okay.
and can't wait to do this little interview with 3. I'm going to do 3 episodes. So I'm going to do 1 episode with that hiker and 2 others that all got helicoptered out, and then I'm going to do another episode with a helicopter rescue and a striker, trail striker, a trail stretcher, a trail gurney that got taken because he broke his ankle in 2 places or 3 places, I think. And then not ankle, tib fib. He had a tib fib. I believe the tib was in 2 places and the fib was in 1 place. And he got taken out by ground because they couldn't get a helicopter to him using a gurney. So I'm going to do that. And then one of my friends is a helicopter rescue, and he